News came out of Manny Pacquiao versus Conor McGregor. They said that the fight is going to be next year in the Middle East, according to Conor himself. Conor stated, "I'm boxing Manny Pacquiao in the Middle East." This is what he said. Let me quote him. "Anyway, all water under the bridge. Who give a F? I'm boxing Manny Pacquiao next in the Middle East." And I told everybody that would listen a couple months ago that I know how the business and the sport of boxing work. I didn't seen it all. Obviously, boxing is the theory of the unexpected. New things happen every day, B. But at the end of the day, Manny Pacquiao, he signed with the best manager in the game, the most powerful, Haney. So when Manny Pacquiao moved forward and he actually signed with Conor McGregor manager, it didn't make sense to me. If you already have Al Heyman as your manager, why would you sign with Conor McGregor manager when he's not a boxing manager, and like you can't really benefit from him unless you're gonna fight Conor McGregor himself? And that's when I already knew. I had my theories on the situation, so on and so forth, but obviously I didn't say anything till news came out, till Conor McGregor himself came out and started talking Philippine. So that's when I knew there's something cooking. Obviously, Dana White didn't like it because ain't no telling how much money he gonna make. Plus, he could make way more money off Conor if Conor fights the likes of Masvidal, Khabib in a rematch, and the list goes on and on and on. Because Conor, regardless of what people say about him, you could hate him or love him, he's the most popular UFC star of all time. He did the highest pay-per-views. So Dana White still want Conor to fight in the UFC. But the issue there is that Conor already got a taste of the money that they make in boxing. See, Floyd Mayweather fought every time on pay-per-view. When he does $2 million, when he does $3 million on pay-per-view, he getting like $100 million check. Meanwhile, Conor McGregor is doing not them numbers, but similar to them numbers. So Conor McGregor felt some type of way because he's like, man, I'm over here doing Floyd Mayweather numbers in the UFC, and I'm hardly getting paid. I remember when Floyd Mayweather clowned Conor McGregor, he said, your last purse was guaranteed $3 million. I made $300 million my last fight against Pacquiao. I made $300 million in one night. You made $3 million in one night. So that's when Conor McGregor opened his eyes and started realizing, man, I'm getting pimped by Dana White. And that's why Floyd Mayweather told Conor McGregor, Dana White is your pimp. He keep pimping you. So when Conor went back to the UFC, he wanted a portion of the UFC. So however, that wasn't going to happen. So they just gave him extra money. They let him promote his whiskey, et cetera, et cetera. Proper this, proper that. But ain't nothing proper about it because you got to win in order to promote yourself. And Conor could have possibly got what he wanted eventually out of the UFC. But that loss to Khabib, man, Khabib smashed him like twice in one night. You know what I'm saying? Before, during, and after the fight. He spit on him, all of the above. So that left a lot of bad taste in a lot of people's mouth. Plus how crazy Conor was getting. That was the most evil press conference I had ever seen. I agree with Dana White, right? It was just like Conor was just too evil in that situation. Like I said, it humbled him because he came back with a whole different persona, a whole different energy. You get beat up in boxing. You get beat up in the UFC. You fought the best in boxing. You fought the best in the UFC. But you lost both of the fights. You got smashed both times. So now Conor McGregor can't demand what he wanted to demand. So he like, you know what? I got a plan. I'm going to fight Manny Pacquiao. On the other hand, Manny Pacquiao been trying to make a lot of money for the longest. He missed out on Floyd Mayweather's second fight and a trilogy bout because he turned down a Floyd Mayweather fight during his prime in 2009 due to a needle. So because of that, now he's trying to make up for it. One way he could have done so is by fighting Errol Spence. We know that's a hell of a risk. I mean, Errol Spence called him out after beating Mikey Garcia from pillow to post, and he told Manny Pacquiao, "Holla at me. You fought, I believe, Margarito or Claudia in Cowboy Stadium, and I think Pacquiao even sold like around 50K, and Errol Spence sold 47,000K. So he was like, it only makes sense. We could sell out the stadium, 80K. What's up?" Manny Pacquiao was like, no problem, but obviously he fought Keith Thurman, who was coming off, I would say, a shaky performance against Lopez. He should have watched Lopez. Manny Pacquiao, he got to a point where he realized, man, listen, I could fight Errol Spence, which is like a suicide mission, or I could fight Mikey Garcia, which is still a tough fight stylistically. However, if I fight Mikey Garcia, I'm not making that much money for one. Also, I'm going to receive a lot of backlash, even though Pacquiao is pretty old. However, still, he just beat Keith Thurman. And fighting Mikey Garcia after he received pretty much the ass beating of the year, getting beat up from pillow to post, he's like, you know what, let me reconsider that. However, fighting Conor McGregor, you make a lot of money, possibly even more money or as much money as fighting Errol Spence. On the other hand, it's a cakewalk, man. I'm telling you, if Pacquiao comes in the same shape he came when he fought Keith, man, this ain't going past the second round. It might not go past the first. Because remember, Floyd Mayweather carried Conor McGregor. So Pacquiao being a combination puncher, still active, still sharp. A lot of Asian people tell me Asian age well. So if that's the case, it's even more bad news for Conor McGregor. Conor McGregor does have the size on his hand. Like, I believe he's gonna have like 20 to 30 pound size advantage. I'm pretty sure the fight is gonna take place at 155, a weight Pacquiao never fought at. But still, weight is not an issue, because now if Conor is a Terrence Crawford, an Errol Spence, or Floyd Mayweather, where he got skills in the boxing game like that, then yeah. But man, Pacquiao gonna walk right through him. So like I said, as long as Pacquiao take him serious, he better not show up like he did with Jeff Horn. Then it's going to be A-okay, even though he really beat Jeff Horn as well. But my point is, you need to come correct, regardless if it's Conor McGregor or not. But I find it ironic that people, they made sure they trashed Floyd Mayweather when he the pioneer of drug testing, when he the pioneer of mixing UFC with boxing and tremendous numbers. The second highest pay-per-view of all time. I believe number one is Floyd Mayweather versus Manny Pacquiao. They did around 6 million pay-per-view. The latest reports came out with. Then Conor McGregor a little bit below that. You know what I'm saying? So now Pacquiao is trying to copy the blueprint or the green print of Money May. So, like I said, if everybody have that green print, everybody be rich. Floyd Mayweather wouldn't be undefeated. So pay homage, pay respect, instead of trashing a particular fighter like Floyd Mayweather, who paved the way, then copy his green print. That don't make sense to me. Now, does it? Like I said, to each your own when it comes to that fight.
Hold it, you're not that pretty. I'm a bad man. Wait. I shook up the world. I shook up the world. I shook up the world.
I bear witness, there's only one God, Allah, and Muhammad is his final messenger. That's what I said, Larry, on the Bungle fight. Thanking you.
They call me the problem, but you could call me the can man, because anybody can get it. Africans, Americans, Dominicans, Mexicans, anybody can get it.